So the SharePoint framework toolchain is built up of build tools, okay, and then some framework packages. Some framework packages and other tools to manage deployment, because whenever you create some sites or something, then it will require deploying managing and deploying the site.
Okay, like third-party tools?
Yeah, it can be a third party tools, it can be a Microsoft tools also,
Okay.
because SharePoint is a Microsoft solution. So why we need these tools? So that it help us to create it. It help us to build the web parts components. Because in SharePoint side we have different web parts. We have divided into web parts and we develop the web parts.
Okay, yeah.
Is it okay?
Yes, yes.
So maybe some specific client side, you can have a client side components, because when you develop a site and when you deploy that site on a client, so when you are developing on your local and then to the client side, then there may be some difference, i- isn't it?
Yes, yes.
In the platform or in a you can say. So we can it help us to test the client components.
Okay.
So how we test? We use SharePoint Workbench.
Workbench.
Yeah. So using that we can test this. So also if we are seeing so framework packages, so it comes and the build tools like when you code in when you do a coding, then build the code. So for that we need, so in SharePoint we use Visual Studio. Visual Studio works as a building tool, as a coding tool as well as a building tool, that you code in a Visual Studio and then you can build that code and then convert into a package. So these are the things that we use to develop. So this tool will use for to develop the site, building a code, and then packaging a code. Packaging a code means making an artifact, the binary files, and then deploying it on.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so in this way.
Okay, okay. So one question I have.
Yeah.
SharePoint Workbench is used for just testing purpose, right? Means
Yes, yes, yes.
we can we test functionality there? Means how our controls are working,
Yeah, we
or
can test.
just it is rendered there?
No, we can have everything in that in Workbench. So so when we create our local development environment,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
So using this we can test as well as do
Okay, okay.
okay. So we can do that. Let
Okay.
me frame it into a better way. Give me 1 minute
Yeah, yeah.
so that it can be. 1 minute. Let me take an example. So when we are using a Visual Studio coding, creating a web parts, so Workbench, we can say a platform there, SharePoint Workbench. So before deploying it into on a SharePoint site or the client site, what we can say, it is a local environment where we can check if the web parts are being integrated, different web parts are being integrated correctly, and whether web parts are working properly. So before deploying it on our client side, so we can say it is just like a staging area where we test it out, and once it was being done, so if you see, we have development environment, stage environment, and the production environment. So if you go to the client side, it will be a production environment. So before that, we are testing on a staging environment. So SharePoint Workbench is just like a staging environment where we are testing, we are checking the complete integration of different web parts, as well as a single web part functionality also.
Okay,
Now
okay.
it's clear what is SharePoint Workbench. It is just
Yes.
like a platform,
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Understood.
local platform.
Mhm.
Okay. Any doubts?
No, no. It's clear.
Okay. So now, as I told you, we use Visual Studio to code and build. Okay. Once it was built, then we have to convert into a binary, because binaries of build are deployed on any environment. So to test, we say that as a packaging a tool. So we have different tools like npm package. This is a one tool. Okay, npm package is a one tool. So this tool. So suppose, let me take a scenario. You have got a request from a client to develop a site with 4 or 5 web parts, different web parts. Okay, let's
Okay.
take an example of just an online shopping site. One client needs a new online shopping site. So what it needs, it have, whenever the user login, a home page comes. Okay,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
home page have different you can say different advertisement, like for let's say it is for electronics. One image is for electronics, one image is for home appliances, one image is for, you can say, other things like this, sports or something. So using images, so he wants that on a front page images will come for the different categories he is having. There may be two ways. One, the list of categories. One, when he will click on categories, so list of categories. Otherwise, from the main screen, the major, you can say, the major ask from the you can say users. Suppose users are on home or clothing or just like, these are the major things. So that will come on the screen. The image comes, and when the user click on that image, that particular page will opens. So this is a home page with uh, 2 or 3 different web parts. Okay, one the list categories, one image, two image, three image. So when we have developed these different web parts, that different images there, and linking that image to a particular page. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so to a particular page. So now these are the different things. So we npm packages, what we build the web parts, different binaries are being there, and then it collects all the binaries, integrate those binaries, whatever is there, and then it will create a one package type which can be deployed on the site.
Okay. Okay.
So this is what a tool npm package does. So it is using, you can say, npm package uses using JavaScripts, and then it will when it's package, and so it will done.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Other things is, the one thing is what you have developed, you can just package at least. We can say that we have certain um, web parts available there, a common web parts. We can only modify them according to our need. So if you go na if you go on something, so pre prepared images or something will be there. So what happens? So what we can say, we can so it can have a ready-made packages also, which we can use it, or we can download and then we can modify it as per our need.
Okay. Can you explain that one more time? NPM
Yeah. So what
packages?
thing? Yeah, I will just tell you. There can be two scenarios. First, we have developed our own web paths, and then
Okay.
we have built it. So we have these packages which are being developed by us. Okay. So these
Yeah,
are
correct.
developed by us. So what we can do, we can publish these packages on npm package tool. Okay. So this is one thing which we can use it. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now, other maybe just you have add-ons or pre-built things available on a marketplace. I can say that. If you are working on any tool, then it has its own marketplace. That is from where you can just take it out. There can be an open source, there can be a licensed version. Let me take a example of, have you worked on a cloud?
No, not actually.
No. Okay. So I will just give you an example, just like in AWS. You have heard about AWS or
Yes, yes.
Google Cloud and so. So what
Yes.
they have their own. Suppose we are working on AWS, and now we need one thing, one service in AWS. Just when we create any instance or server on AWS, we use an AMI. So AMI, as per our need, are available in a pre-packaged form in a marketplace. So what we can do, I will go to the marketplace and then I can purchase it. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, if any tools is there, it has its own marketplace. So they are pre-built. Now you got a requirement. Now when you have gone to npm package and npm market, you have searched on a npm marketplace. You have those package available in the on the npm package marketplace. So what we can do, we can download. Pre-built are there, we can download, and if we want to change in that package, we can make a change as our requirement. So it is not a scratch development. We have certain things available, we make the changes in the code, and then we build it, and then we package it on, then again publish it. So there is two things. Once the what we developed, then we publish on an npm package, or this npm registry, that is in npm package, there we have npm registry. Sorry, we have npm registry where we have pre-built packages there present there. Okay.
Okay.
Pre-built packages are there. This is a second scenario. So what we can do here, we are building, in this case we are building, and then we are uploading, publishing a package on npm package, and then deploying using npm package. Other things will be npm registry is there, which have pre-built package. So what we are doing, we are downloading these packages. and then making changes as our requirement. Because that was a, you can say, a standard one. Now on that standard one, we need to make a, so here we have not to start from the scratch from that, and then we make the changes as per our requirement. Then we build it and created a package and publish the package.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So this is a two way which we can do. Any doubt?
No.